After the end of World War II, Japan had stayed in a war with America, which led to a horrific bombing of Hiroshima on the 6th of August 1945, which kills masses upon masses. 3 days later, on the 9th of August, the bomb known as the Fat Man was dropped on Nagasaki, killing an estimated amount of 74,000 people, not including all the side effects which arose from radiation. This inspired Tomoyuki Tanaka to start writing a screenplay for a nuclear monster for the current Japanese and worldwide fear of nuclear threat and side effects. Along with that, the 1952 release of King Kong had been a financial success, heavily inspiring Tomoyuki to create a film of his own. Tomoyuki made a film which inspired many and created an entire franchise of Godzilla films and shows. The one which started it all was Gojira, or the more westernized or known version, Godzilla King of the Monsters, but this pretty much is its own movie, and I may cover that on another video instead. Gojira released the 3rd of November 1954 to mixed reviews from Japanese crowds. This was due to acting issues, design flaws, and story faults. But through all of that, this movie is one of my favourites. Let me explain real quick. Gojira begins with a ship that explodes somewhere near Bikini Atoll, being a reference to the real-world event of the first hydrogen bomb being dropped where the fishing boat the Lucky Dragon 5 was. This is how Godzilla comes to life, being broken from what I suspect to be a cave or a tomb or something, and being irradiated into the building demolitionist we all know and love. Most of the film's time is spent watching the scientists and defense team analyze and defend against how to attack against Godzilla. Along with that, the damage taken from the effects of Godzilla's strength and atomic breath. I'll leave the ending till later, as I would like to talk more about it. This next part is about the official Godzilla suit design for the film, also known as the Shodai. I ain't an expert on costume design, so TB will explain. I will link their channel in the description.
In Gojira 1954, the actor in the suit, Haruno Nakajima, played in what we call today the Shodai Koji. This was a suit that represented Gojira as what we know today and led for the basis of future films. It was a badly designed suit for filmmaking, as it did not provide much movement, so when the Gojira moves, there's a clunkiness to the movement and attacks. This limited the acting ability for the creature, however, was an overall prototype for the rest of the Shodai.
The music is composed by Akira Ufukube, who also composed quite a lot of sound effects like Godzilla's strikingly menacing roar. Akira's music is one of the greatest scores in my opinion, and I believe could challenge the likes of John Williams and other composers, as it adds so much to the film during certain scenes I will highlight in a moment. Another part I would like to discuss is the acting itself, which is obviously one of the most important parts of the movie. In Gojira itself, I struggled to gain an experience based upon the text itself, as I cannot understand Japanese from a sense of clarity or the components used to set up emotion. However, the way they act physically is much better, as it provides a sense of panic and chaos for what is happening whilst Godzilla storms Tokyo, and some scenes do this extremely well. For example, I see this scene as extremely emotional, and the girl looks like the producer and directors have just straight up told her that her mother had died, as it looks so realistic and hard to believe as fake or just acting, as it's performed so well. The ending, I've got mixed feelings on, spoiler warning by the way. The scientists who have been defending against Godzilla have no chance to kill him, so the most annoying character in the film, Emiko, drops the secret that her scientist buddy, Dr. Zerazawa, has a secret weapon, an oxygen destroyer, which could destroy so many people if let into the wrong hands. This is shown through Zerazawa's behaviour while explaining how it works. This leads up to Zerazawa going into what I presume to be Bikini Atoll and placing the oxygen destroyer in the water and ending his life by cutting the oxygen tube. to keep the secret of the oxygen destroyer safe in his mind. The final scene sees the fishermen watching as you see Gojira's roar and the boneless corpse as he hits the seabed. The credits roll as we hear the magnificent sounds made by Akira. This is a monster made well, and if you have never seen this movie before, I really believe you should give it a watch. There are so many great things about it, from the story to the suit designs of Gojira, and a movie hasn't seen much deterioration over time. This movie represents history over the fight to end nuclear war for Japan, and it has inspired so many to fight for the right to see another day and live to fight another Godzilla. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope I can see you next time. Goodbye.